People First broadcast is a show presented by people learning disabilities for our friends and community. We talk about issues that are important to us and interview interesting people. Find out new information. This is our way to make a difference. Have our voices heard.
Hello and welcome to the People First podcast. Today we are speaking to people from the local charity SELFA. We are excited to learn more about SELFA and find out what kind of things they do in our community. Thank you for coming on the show. Both of you, can you introduce yourselves, please?
Sophie. And my name is Lucy, so I work at SELFA and I'm the Senior Children and Young People's Worker. And Sophie comes to SELFA, don't you, SELFA? And then she also volunteers with some of our groups as well. I'm sure she'll tell you more about it in a bit.
Could you share the story for now and when SELFA was originally founded?
So SELFA was originally founded in 2007, so we've just celebrated our 17th birthday. And it was founded by our chief officer, who's called Emma Pears. And when she founded the charity, it was because in a previous job she was working with, she was already working with children and young people in the community, but she found that there wasn't many opportunities for young people with additional needs or young people who struggle to engage in other activities. There was no real sort of safe provision for them to go to and engage with. So she had the amazing idea of starting her own place, and 17 years we've just grown and grown. So Emma's vision when she founded SELFA was to create a community where all children and young people are celebrated and know that they belong. And across 17 years we've managed to do that with hundreds and hundreds of children and young people.
What does the name SELFA represent?
So this is a question we get asked loads of times, and when Emma originally founded SELFA, it stood for Skipton Extended Learning for All, and that was because she wanted to create a group where everybody, no matter the age or ability or background, everybody could learn. And it does, in a way, still mean that, but we have, over the past few years, sort of moved away from that longer title, and we're just known in and around the community as SELFA. So that's where it began.
Could you tell us about any trips and workshop SELFA runs?
So SELFA runs loads of trips and workshops. So on average, we probably run about 22 weekly groups every week in term time. So we support children and young people as young as 4, all the way up to 19, and then up to 25 with additional needs. So we have a huge variety of different groups for all ages and abilities. And those different groups also have different topics. So an example would be our Community Champs groups, which Sophie volunteers at. Sophie, do you want to tell a little bit about Community Champs and what they get up to?
Do lots of independent stuff and learn already for next year's.
Perfect, yeah. So we're going in a learning, developing independence and going in and about community, and creating exciting opportunities in the community for the children. But then we also have groups that are focused on sports. We have groups that are more focused on our well-being and emotions. So in terms of the workshops we do, it's really varied for all sorts of ages and abilities. And trips is something that we more focus on in the holidays, don't we, Sophie? Our trips are here, there and everywhere. We've been as far as the beach. We've been in just very local on a canal boat. We've been bowling, trampolining, swimming, all sorts. Whatever you can think of, we've probably done it. So we're very busy. And we're looking forward to an exciting summer coming up as well.
What skills or lessons have you learned through your involvement with SELFA?
Be doing cooking skills, so we bake like flapjacks, cakes and biscuits, so they can learn how to be independent more for the future.
What benefits do children and teenagers in North Yorkshire give from working with SELFA?
To get to learn how to be independent, so they get ready for being outside the world.
So we've got lots of different objectives at SELFA, and independence is a huge one, isn't it? So we find lots of children that attend SELFA will encourage and develop that independence. So when they're not at SELFA, they're able to function and enjoy their life, to the best of ability, like everybody. And as well as independence, we support positive relationships. We build self-esteem. We give a sense of belonging. We aim to build resilience, promote aspirations, and improve well-being. So lots of different objectives, but we manage to achieve lots of those through fun and engaging activities as well.
What's a memorable story you've had while participating in SELFA activities?
Sometimes I get to join in the fun games and do some cooking with them.
I think one of the real positives at working in SELFA is providing children and young people experiences that they've never done before. So one of Sophie's, she was telling me on the way here, one of her favourite memories when she attended SELFA was coming to the beach. And that's something we've been able to do to offer some of our young people that haven't ever gone to the beach before for a variety of different reasons, but because we're able to support that in supportive environment, there's loads of help needed, and we create that safe environment for them, that we're able to provide them with opportunities like that. So seeing all these amazing and excited and smiley faces running on the beach and seeing the sea is just fantastic. And I know it's something that you've treasured as a memory as well, isn't it, Sophie?
How do SELFA peer support groups help and wellbeing program at one-on-one mental health support sessions help children and teenagers?
I think, as well as meeting all those objectives I mentioned earlier, I think it's also meeting other children and young people who are similar to them or maybe experiencing similar struggles or life's challenges as them at the same time. One thing that we've noticed is since the coronavirus pandemic, we've seen a massive increase of people reaching out for mental health support. So in the last 4 years, we've really increased our mental health support and what that looks like for children and young people. So I know you mentioned our one-to-one support, and through that we look at mentoring. And we mentor children and young people, so they come up with their own target of what they want to achieve, whether it's managing their anger, whether it's building some more friendships, or whether it's just getting more confident at talking about their emotions. So that's what our one-to-one sessions are able to do. We're able to coach and mentor that young person to achieve the target that they've set themselves.
What would you say to another young person who is thinking about joining SELFA?
You can invite and make friends, and also you can have a lot of activity to do with them.
Yeah, Yeah, I'd say go for it. There's nothing to lose. You're just going to be met with smiles and a big welcoming environment for you to meet new people, encourage the growth, the dependence, resilience. And most of all, we have fun, don't we, Sophie?
Yeah.
I say go for it.
The on duty before adults over the age of 18 to get involved with SELFA. So how?
Absolutely. So we really encourage adults to volunteer at SELFA. We wouldn't be able to run as a charity without the amazing support our volunteers give us. And so we do ask for volunteers to be age 18 or over. But recently we have started a programme called Springboard, and that is for 18 young people who are 18 but who would need a little bit of support in volunteering at SELFA as well. So the Springboard group meet weekly, where they what do you do at Springboard?
Do fun activities and everything, get to introduce new people.
Yeah, and then there's the opportunity for those young people who come to that group to then help out in a different group at SELFA within the week and help the younger children. And that's where Sophie volunteers at our Community Champs group, don't you, Sophie? So there's lots of opportunities to get involved, whether it's helping with the younger children who attend, whether it's fundraising, or it might just be spreading the word about the amazing work we do. Lots of opportunities to get involved.
How has SELFA made a difference in your life?
It helped me through getting to know people more and helped me be more independent.
What is your favourite part about coming to SELFA?
I enjoy everything, especially when you get to meet new people and friends for all the years.
And I think for me, my favourite part about coming to work every day is meeting all the different young people. And, you know, every young person's at SELFA for a different reason. But everyone is so welcomed. Everybody arrives with smiles on their faces, ready to meet new people, ready to try new things. And overall, it's just a really welcoming and happy environment to be at every day, isn't it, Soph?
Yeah.
That is all the time we have for today. A big thank you again to both before taking the team to speak to us on the show today. We have really enjoyed it. Have you on the show and learning about SELFA. Do other before you have anything else to add before we end the show?
I think just a massive thank you for inviting us to come and do this. It's very new for both of us, isn't it, Sophie?
Yeah.
We didn't know what to expect. And it's just a really amazing opportunity to come spread the word about SELFA. So thank you very much for having us.
Remember to comment, like, share on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. You can find it by searching People for Podcast. Thanks for listening and we'll see you next time.